Guys, on this video, I'm going to challenge your thinking with 4 easy money management tips that anybody can use. These 4 money management tips are going to show you that if you just keep it simple, you may figure out that money may not be your problem. Instead, the management of your money may be your biggest problem. Do me a favor, guys. If you get any value out of this video, the content I'm sharing with you, go ahead and smash the like button for me below. And do me a favor and share this video with someone who you believe could use this valuable information and may need help with this topic. And let me know a money management tip that you use in the comments below. Now, let's jump into the video, guys. The first money management tip that anybody can use is to understand the importance and how important management is to our financial success. So number 1 is to prioritize the management of your money. Management comes first before how much you make, before how much you invest, or before how much real estate you go out and invest in and purchase, and before the side hustle. The management of the money that you already get that comes through your hands every single time you get paid, that's key, right? Guys, we come to this world with what? Nothing. And we leave this world with what? Nothing. Therefore, our primary job on this planet while we're here is to manage all the things that come to us and through us. In the end, the management of what we have while we're here is the biggest key to our financial success. Look, anything that you mismanage in life, you're going to lose it. So everything revolves around the management of that thing, right? You lose what you don't manage well. How do you manage your health? How do you manage your relationships? How do you manage your own mind? Your own thinking, right? How do you manage your lifelong learning? How do you manage your time? And how do you manage your money? How you manage all those things make the difference in terms of the quality of those things, right? If you don't manage any of that well, you're going to lose that which you mismanage. Now, this is a principle. I didn't make the principle up out of thin air, right? The key may not be just more money, but the key may be managing what we already have well first. So I'm challenging you to stop blaming your money problems on just money and look a little deeper. And also consider this, guys. If whatever your circumstance or situation is financially, if it can be solved without adding money to it, then that means it's not really a money problem, right? If you need a certification or a degree to increase your income, that's not really a money problem. If you need to increase your sales on your side hustle, that's not really a money problem. If you make more than enough money to pay your bills, but somehow you still feel poor and you still feel like, you're just stressed out and anxious about money, that's not really a money problem, right? What usually looks like money problems are usually just symptoms of other problems. And those other problems typically have nothing to do with money. The problem comes in, guys, when we think that simply having more money is going to solve all of our problems. But your problem could be that you don't have the right skills to make more money, right? You have low-paying skills. Or your problem could be that you just don't have health insurance. Or your problem could be that you don't know how to tell yourself no and delay gratification. Your problem could be that you're just simply not organized with your money, or you're afraid or have some fear over going back to school or getting that certification. You're just scared to take a leap and take a risk and try something different, right? It could be that you just need to start paying your bills on time every month so you can avoid the $100 and $200 and $300 worth of late fees. Your problem could be that you're just a compulsive shopper. There's a ton of things that are affecting your personal finances that may not have anything to do with money, right? All these problems are usually covered up by simply thinking, oh, I just need more money. I need to increase my income. But listen, guys, it's not necessarily that simple. When it's not really a money problem, it may be a management problem, either management over your money or management over a certain area of your life that ultimately affects your money. And it could also be just simply a self-management problem. Maybe there's something in terms of discipline that you can't do. And so you don't know how to manage your own wants and your own self. So that's a management problem, not a money problem. It's easy to blame the lack of money on your problems. It's hard and difficult to blame the person in the mirror for lack of management. But you need to find out the problem that is leading to you not having any money and then fix that problem. And oftentimes that problem is not money. The first money management tip is to prioritize the management of your money. Don't throw more money on top of poor management. That gets you nowhere fast. And you may be saying, well, hey, that's what Congress does, right? But hey, guys, we're not Congress, right? Now, the second money management tip that anybody can use is stop trying to raise your income to match your spending and start lowering your spending to match your income. In other words, stop spending so much money and start being more intentional with your money. It's just a different way of looking at it. In other words, stop trying to raise your income to meet your expenses and start lowering your expenses to match up with your income. Actually, take your expenses and go lower than your income so you can live below your means, right? So that's the second money management tip. Find ways to cut your expenses, right? Most people, they just want to make more money. I want to earn more income and make more money. But no one wants to really address, how can I cut my expenses? How can I spend less money? And some of us guys, we have to realize that happiness and joy and self-care doesn't have to all revolve around how much money we spend. And some people will say, hey, I want to just enjoy my life. Can't we just enjoy our lives and spend all of our money? But I say enjoying your life does not and should not depend on how much money you spend. Our happiness should not be tied directly to the expense side of our budget. And we should not be believing that the higher our expenses, the more happiness we're gonna have. That's not how it works. Or the more money we spend and the higher our expenses, the more wonderful life is gonna be. If that's you, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Because one day, you won't have a lot of money, and then all of a sudden, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be depressed because you don't have a lot of money? Or upset because you thought that the more you spend, the happier you'll be? But I'm here to tell you guys, joy does not equal expenses. It doesn't matter how much you spend or how much you don't spend. Joy and happy should be there regardless. So money management number 2, spend less money. This is going to allow you to manage your money better. It's going to allow you to manage your behaviors with money better. And it's going to allow us to have a more positive and better outcome with our money. And it's the hardest part to do, guys. I admit it. Listen, it's very, very difficult to lower your expenses. For some folks, it's almost impossible to lower their expenses. But lowering your expenses for some people just requires maybe a change of lifestyle, maybe doing something completely different that you didn't think you would be doing just so you can lower your expenses. Being a good manager of our money means we ultimately have to manage ourselves. And it's difficult for a lot of people to do that. I totally get it, because we've been conditioned to think that the more stuff we have, the more things we do, the more money we spend, the happier we'll be. But I'm here to tell you guys, that's false. Now, money management tip number 3, manage your time and it will help you manage your money. Oftentimes, guys, our money is a result of our time, our management or mismanagement of our time. If we fail to manage our time, you know, the 24 hours that we all get in every single day, then we usually have a tough time managing our money. Why? Because we are our time. We are intimately connected to our time, because how we spend our time is how we spend our lives. And if our time is not managed or poorly managed, then our lives are going to be poorly managed. And our money is going to suffer the ultimate consequence of poorly managed time. See, your money is a consequence and an outcome of how you choose or chose to use your time. If you choose to use your time in a way that's conducive to wealth building and wealth building activities and increasing your skills and increasing your knowledge and creating and building and producing something, and then ultimately your income is going to be a reflection of those things. But if you choose to spend your time in a non-productive, non-constructive way, just chilling, kicking back, spending most of your time relaxing, not doing anything productive, not doing anything creative, then that too will ultimately reflect in your money, in what you have in terms of your money. Now, it may not be this year or next year, but I guarantee you, How you spend your time is ultimately going to impact the money you have at some point. Whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you're going to actually feel the pain or feel the joy from how you decided to spend your time. So if you manage your time differently, then your money will follow. People that are frivolous with time are usually apt to be frivolous with their money. People that are very intentional and particular about their time, they usually are very intentional and particular about their money. So if you start managing your time different, you'll see that ultimately you'll start kind of managing your money differently. The discipline of managing your time will carry right over to the discipline to managing your money. How you do one thing is how you do most things. Now, number 4 is this. The fourth money management tip that anyone can use is simply do a unique written monthly budget on paper or spreadsheet every single month. And don't use a budgeting template. And I'll explain that in just a moment. But why a budget? What is so special and so important about doing a written budget, a unique written budget every single month? It's accountability. It's holding yourself accountable on paper, on a spreadsheet, to what you said you were going to do. It's discipline and structure, giving you some organization, some boundaries, some guidelines about what to do with your money. And it also decreases your stress, decreases your anxiety, and at the same time, it empowers you. It gives you some control over your finances, control over your income and money coming in. And a budget, ultimately, a budget measures your performance with your money that month. It tells you basically, how did you do? Right? You don't just do a budget and leave it. You do a budget and then you come back and revisit it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And ultimately, it's going to tell you whether or not you actually performed well with the money because you did what you said you were going to do, or you performed poorly because you got all the way off the budget. So the budget is a measure of how well you did with your money, right? But you got to go back. You got to go back and cross stuff out, change some things, move things around, make sure this is happening, make sure that's happening. You got to check and double check on yourself throughout the month to make sure that you're tracking. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a piece of paper, if it's a spreadsheet, a Google Sheet, whatever it may be. You can do it on poster board and put it on your wall. You can do it as a screensaver on your cell phone, whatever you want to do, but you got to have that budget in front of you regularly throughout the month. And then here's why I say don't use a pre-prepared budgeting template, because no template is going to fit your unique budget, right? You have things on your budget that are strictly about you and for you and what you do. Yeah, everybody has lights, water, rent, mortgage, whatever it may be. But you got some specific things that you need to take care of on your budget that you just can't fit inside of a template. Templates are going to have rows and columns that don't match your budget. And you don't have any need for those columns and those different rows that are on that template. So my suggestion is to create, produce, and build your own budget template. And keep it very simple, guys. Income, expenses. That's all you got to do. So, hey guys, there you have it. That's my 4 money management tips that anybody can use and that sort of challenge your thinking and will ultimately lead to financial success. Hey guys, if you got any value at all out of this video, do me a favor, smash that like button for me and share this video with someone who you think would benefit from this information. And also, if you're a first-time visitor to my channel, please do me a favor and consider subscribing to my channel. I really would appreciate it. And don't forget to let me know in the comments below, guys, what is one money management tip that you use that's been successful for you? Hey, the best person who's going to take care of the old you is the young you. Always take good care of yourself and also take care of other people. Until the next video, peace. Hey guys, I offer one-on-one financial mentoring and coaching. If you're looking to grow your current income by adding multiple streams of income, or you want to maximize the current income that you have and get the most out of your money right now, or simply become a better manager of your money, a better steward over your current finances, I might be a good fit for you. Or if you're looking to get into the real estate game, perhaps buy properties, perhaps even manage the properties that you have right now better, or simply grow a real estate portfolio. I've got 22 years of owning and managing my own real estate, so I can definitely help you in that area as well. You'll find a link to my schedule below. Feel free to reach out to me, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.